Okay, so today I'll be teaching you how to use basic script packages. So we won't really be doing any scripting. A lot of the script packages, such as follow and sandbox, are automated. So let's just say we picked our character, who I believe was in the Prim Hotel. It's going to probably take a while to find. What you can actually do, if you don't know where your character is, I'm going to go to Actors, NPC, and here he is. We're going to go to Use Info, and then just simply double click on this Use in these cells under here. And we can now see he's in Bison Steve 01. If you double click it, it'll bring you right to him with him selected. So what we're going to do is he's going to sandbox in this area, meaning he'll just sort of walk around and interact with anything he's allowed to interact with. And we'll add a line to him where if we talk to him, he'll stop sandboxing and instead follow us. So let's get started with that. So the first thing we want to do is, let's have a look here now. I'm going to go to Package, I'm going to go to New, and we're going to call this one Pirate Walk Around Kitchen. You can call this whatever you want as long as you know what it is, so sandbox or walk around kitchen or interaction, whatever you want to call it really. And we're going to select sandbox. So what this will do is if he has this package in his data, then he'll do it. Alright, so if we make this, nothing will happen until we tell him to have it. So by default we'll give it him. And then when we ask him to follow us, this will get removed and the follow package will get added. So the follow package again looks relatively similar, just it tells the this NPC who to follow. We're obviously going to follow the main character, but for now let's just focus on sandbox. So this is the main important thing when you select sandbox. So basically, where does he go near? So or at least where is he allowed to walk around? So I would probably put near editor location, so wherever you put him, that's where he will sandbox. Now radius is how far he can stray from where he's been put, so if you put 100 units, that's the size of half of one of these walls. So these walls here are 256 units wide. So I'll probably just give him 500 so he stays in the kitchen, more or less. So yeah, I think that's about right. Now, allowed behavior, is he allowed to eat, sleep, is he allowed to idle markers? Now, if you don't know what an idle marker is, it's basically if an NPC walks into an idle marker, they'll just sort of idle, play a few animations and walk away. Sometimes it's a good idea to uncheck these if you want them to keep moving. Conversation means they'll talk to other players. Furniture means they'll sit down, mainly just sit down, I think. Wandering means they'll walk around, so obviously we want wandering checked. Flags, generally you don't need to touch any of these of the sandboxing. You can select always run, meaning they'll only run, or always sneak. Most of the time you just leave these off, unless if you want a very specific sandbox package. Schedule means means that this script will only run at certain times. If you select any, it will always run. Conditions, if certain conditions have to be met, say for instance you have a quest where you've now freed the pirate, then this sandbox will work. We'll come to that later, or what we can do is we can put if he's not following the player, then run, if he, something like that. Again, don't worry too much about it. Now begin and change, I have never used this, I've got to be completely honest with you, so just skip over it. There's a million ways you can get characters to do certain things. This is just one way to do it. I think we're probably best off with scripts for that sort of stuff. Idols, you can assign specific idols to them. So while they're in the state, you can make them smoke, you can make them cough a lot, whatever you want to do really. I don't really bother with it, but you can if you want to. So I'm going to hit OK. And we've now got Pirate Walk Around Kitchen. So let's double click. Oops, that's not what we want. Let's double click our character. I think we've got something in the way there. Yeah, so I'm just going to delete this real quick. Actually, no, another trick I can teach you. If you press 1, that stops you from selecting it. But however, it stays in game. So if you hit F5, it'll come back. And if you hit 1 again, that'll hide it again. Okay, it's just a nice little trick. Okay, so double click the NPC. I'm going to go to edit base, so this will open up this window again. I'm going to go to AI packages and just simply drag and drop this in. Okay, so now he'll walk around the kitchen. Brilliant. Let's just save that for now. Now the next thing we want to do is a follow package. So we're going to double click on the walk around kitchen. I'm going to go to pirate, follow player. And we're going to go to the drop down, and it's going to be a follow this time. You might have noticed that there are a lot of different choices available, and each different one will have a different effect. If it's, say for instance, dialogue, this will force the NPC to say something if they have the package. If it's escort, that means they'll go to a destination where they expect the player to follow. You've probably seen it in various games where you know, the NPC will be walking, and if you get too far from them, they'll stop. Things like that. But for now, we'll just focus on the follow package because these are quite important for, you know, if you're making companions and stuff. Okay, so we want to follow a specific reference. We are going to, under the reference window, it doesn't matter what cell it's in, the player appears in all of them. Just select player ref. Now they'll follow the player. Follow distance. You don't really want to be going any lower than 100, otherwise I get a bit too close. So let's go for 125, so 125 units. Don't worry about the end location, just uncheck both of these if they're checked, because we always want to be following. And we're going to hit OK. And yes. Alright, so pirate, follow player. Okay, so now we've got two packages. So if we were to go into game now, he would just be walking around the kitchen, but there's no way to activate this follow player. So what we're going to do for that is, under the YouTube quest tutorial, we're going to go to topics, add topic, and we're going to go to pirate follow me. And there we go. Okay, so new. We're going to go to, sorry, we're going to put R. So now that's just what you'll say when you ask him to follow. So this is top level, obviously. We're going to set it to 100 just at the top. And just say, oops, hang on, sorry, I just clicked off it by accident. Hey, Mr. Pirate, follow me. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is set that to goodbye, and now we're going to go to double click on your character and give him a reference editor ID name. The reason why we want to do this is because when we are setting up the script to give him the packages, he needs a unique ID. Now you might think, why can't I use the base object? That's because on the base object you can drag multiple of these in, and the GECK would therefore need to know which one it is. Even if you only have one, you always have to set it. So I've just called my pirate YouTube ref. You could call yours my first character ref or whatever. As long as it's unique, then you don't need to worry about it. That's the trick with the GECK. And just hit OK. Just copy it, just so you have it. But alright, let's move on to the quest dialogue again. I'm just going to topic and pirate follow me. Now I've already set these up while I was doing the jump cut. However, just delete it for the sake of YouTube. So the first thing you want to do is paste in or type in his unique ID that we just set up just then, and you want to press dot remove script package. And what this will do is it will remove the package that we gave him. So if we type in pirate, so this one here, walk around kitchen, he'll no longer have it now. So if we go to pirate, sorry, after you've typed in remove script package, press space, and then whatever the package name is. So in my case, it's pirates walk around kitchen. And then you just want to copy this part of the line, and we want to create a new line. And again, press over remove, it's going to be add script package. And press space, and then I'll type in the follow package. So in my case, it's pirate follow player. Now, just to explain why we did this, or just to explain what all this means is, well, it's going to select the reference, which is the pirate YouTube ref, our character. It's going to remove his wander package, or the sandbox package, and then straight after, it's going to select the ref again. It's going to add the script package, the follow package. Now, some people, you know, beginners will generally question what's the difference between begin and end. This begin means that it starts as soon as the player clicks on the prompt, and end will basically run the script as soon as the NPC is finished talking. That's all it means. So there's no fancy thing. You can do it before, you can do it after. I generally tend to do these sort of things before. It just seems more reliable. It might just be a psychological effect that's playing on me, but I would probably advise doing the script packages and the begin segment. So to check if it all works, hit compile. This helps you check to see if you've got any spelling errors or things like that. Now it cannot pick up on if you've if you've typed in a different ref to the one you intended. You need to correct that. The script compiler will never pick up on that because it just presumes you're right. However, if you make any typos, or if you get the syntax or the order of which of the the things are wrong, then it will fix that for you. Well, it'll show an error message for you to fix, I should say. So let's jump in game. Let's see how this looks. And okay, so we're coming up to our character here. We should see him walking around the kitchen, which he now is. So we're going to sit down there.
Evening.
Let's go talk to him. There we go. The violin. And I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Pirate, follow me. And then he should get up out of his seat and begin to follow us, hopefully. Let's see if he does. Yep, there we go. Brilliant. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope it was clear. If not, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Any further questions, just let me know. Alright, thank you.